Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Strawberry Hill Podcast. I know it's been a minute, but welcome back. I'm your host, Mike Simmons, and as always, we are here at the Shop Cigar Lounge. Like I say, every single week, come out and see us. Live jazz every weekend, and we got all these good events, and we got one coming up October 3rd on the Rock Island Bridge called the Hot Havana Nights. If you haven't got your tickets yet, please do. We got about half VIP tickets left, and we got a lot of general left, so go out and get them. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, or you follow us on all social media platforms at Strawberry Hill Podcast. And today I have one of my favorite reps in the city, and he's also the strongest rep I also know. Big Russ in the house.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I guess I should formally introduce you. Russell McAulay. Is that right?
Yeah. Just only mom calls me Russell.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I was like, hey, I got to give him the real name, but what I call him.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are a rep with Davidoff, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been in that role?
Just over 2 years. August 12th was my my 2-year anniversary.
Damn, it's been 2 years already.
2 years. Yeah.
So when did you start your, I guess, role into like the rep world?
It would have been like technically kind of like June 1st of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Started with Ashton.
Ashton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So transition from the retail side, kind of got out of the cigar industry for a couple of years, but always wanted to find my way back in.
Mm-hmm.
And had applied at Ashton. They didn't really have a position at the time. Thankfully, when they did have a position open up, they went back through their applicants and found me and gave me a call to see if I was interested. Mm-hmm. So, so I was very, very happy that I was given that opportunity to come back in as a rep. And so, I'm going on, just over 9 years total as a rep.
So I know you worked at Outlaw before. Did you work at anywhere else before that?
Not before Outlaw. So I started at Outlaw in 2010 and was at Outlaw 2010 to 2012. So about 2 years. Then I had the opportunity to go up to Omaha, and I was a general manager of a shop up in Omaha down the old market called SG Roy. Mm-hmm. So had the opportunity to do that. And, that's kind of the next step, part-time guy at Outlaw, then full-time guy at Outlaw. Now I'm the general manager of a shop. And was there just shy of 2 years, but it was tough because family still lived here. Yeah. I had an apartment in Omaha, maybe see my wife every weekend, maybe every other weekend. After about 2 years, you're about, it's time to make the decision. What are we doing here? Mm-hmm. And it was time to come back to KC. So when I came back to KC, I realized quickly that I didn't want to pay full retail for cigars after being in the industry for 4 years. Right?
Yeah.
So got a part-time gig, like one day a week, maybe one day every other week at Cigar and Tobacco there in Overland Park, just to help out and take care of the employee discount.
Yeah.
So did that for, it was only a couple months I did that, but yeah, so I kind of had, about a 2.5 year hiatus out of the industry, but obviously never stopped smoking. Mm-hmm. So
what made you jump into the rep world, like doing all that? And then you're like, let me try to dip my toes into being a cigar rep.
Well, to be honest with you, I think I was just kind of burnt out on the retail side, and I guess that's kind of when you're at a shop, you kind of have two directions you really want to go, right? If you want to, three, I guess. If you really want to stay in the cigar industry, you can just be an employee at a shop.
Yep.
Right. That's not me. Right. It's just always want something more. Always want to strive to be a little better. So you can go the route of owning a shop. Mm-hmm. Right. I will be 100% honest. At the time, didn't have the head on my shoulders to take on opening a business. I didn't know the first thing. I don't even know where to start. I knew how much it would cost on a general, idea.
Yeah.
I didn't have that, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
We all know that. Right. So, and I had my father-in-law at the time kept telling me, you should really open your own shop. And when I kind of sat down and started to look at things, I was like, it would be nice. Like it would be a great thing to have my own shop.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's just not where I'm at in my life. Mm-hmm. So then the other option, become a rep, you know? And so that's kind of the path I went down, and I had applied at a couple other companies. You know, I'd interviewed with Alec Bradley at the time, had a couple interviews. And when they offered me the position and we got down to like the brass tacks of compensation package, blah, 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 it just wasn't worth it to me, you know, and I'm not going to badmouth that. I mean, but it just wasn't the right fit, and that's okay. Right. I'd rather do that than take it and be miserable. And then it was shortly after that Ashton called and asked if I was still interested in being a rep. And, you know, the Ashton Age Maduro number 40
fantastic
was the first cigar I ever smoked, the first premium cigar I ever smoked. So I had like this soft spot in my heart for Ashton, you know? So it was just kind of like the stars aligned and the opportunity came. Originally when Ashton contacted me, they were interviewing for their Southern California rep.
Oh,
and
even further away.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, it was an awkward conversation going home to the wife saying, Hey, I have a cigar company interested in hiring me.
I know you didn't like me living in Omaha, but wait till you hear this.
But wait, there's more. And so I told her, and you know, I'm blessed to have an amazing wife that when we sat down and talked about it, she looked me dead in the eye and was like, you know what? I know this is your dream. And if this is what you want to do, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, so we were fully convinced 2017, we're going to put our house on the market. We're going to potentially move to Southern California.
Yeah.
You know, it was just her and I and the 2 dogs. You know what I mean? Like this is what's going to happen. Ultimately, thankfully, you know, Ashton had a rep at the time that they weren't happy with. And they knew they were going to be letting him go. And when they told me that we would love to bring you on and you get to stay in KC.
Oh, even better.
I mean, I had my cake and ate it too. You know what I mean? So it was like the perfect, again, like I said, stars aligned, everything happened. And yeah, so always so thankful to, the Levin family and the family there at Ashton to bring me on and give me my start in the rep world. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now you're with Davidoff.
Yeah.
Now how you loving it?
I mean,
Davidoff's one of those. It's like, you know, there's only a few premium cigar brands out there.
I mean, we are a luxury brand.
Yeah.
You know, we really are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Luxury, not premium. There's a ton of premium.
There's
luxury.
We are a luxury brand. We are. And we know it and we own it and we don't hide from that, right? We know that not everybody's a Davidoff smoker.
Yeah.
Not that you won't find a cigar that you like. You might not like our price tag.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Right.
You guys have other options though, too.
Yeah. I mean, we own
Camacho,
Avo, Camacho, Zeno. You know, we distribute Ferio Tego. You know, we have other lines that really fit every smoker's palate and budget. You know what I mean? But I mean, when people ask what it's like to, you know, work for Davidoff, it's like, man, it's like being a Ferrari car salesman. You know what I mean? Like, what do? I sell Ferraris. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
In the cigar world, it's like, what do you do? Well, I work for Davidoff. Oh man, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And it is, you know? So I'm very blessed. You know, I had a 6.5 year difference between Ashton and Davidoff. You know, I work for General Cigar, you know? And when I had the opportunity to transition from Ashton to General, you know, that was a move based on what was best for me and my family.
Sure.
Right. You know, with Ashton, I had 9 states and I was on the road at 7, 8 o'clock every Monday morning. I was coming home at 5 o'clock on Friday. On Sunday, I spent half my day getting my car ready. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't have a lot of family time. Like
Friday night and Saturday off.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like the work-life balance just wasn't right for me and my family. The opportunity came for me to move over to General, and I went from 9 states to 3 states. And that was a game changer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It allowed me time with the family. My wife and I were able to reconnect and strengthen our marriage, you know, and So I was with General for 6.5 years. And again, never say anything bad about working for General. Great company. And it's one of those things that I always said if I ever left General Cigar, it would only be for Davidoff because it was a pipe dream. Because Davidoff doesn't hire very often. Very long tenured reps. And got friends that are Davidoff reps, and there was, talk through the, word through the grapevine that they were going to be expanding the rep, base, and they wanted to have somebody back in KC. So make sure your resume is updated and send it over. And I mean, in a heartbeat. So yeah, very, very blessed to be where I'm at. I've had a great journey in the cigar world. I've made lifelong friends. I mean, it's the best.
Yeah. You've worked for like 3 heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You can't, I don't know if you can go up from this, man.
Yeah. I don't, where do you go?
Like, next, I guess you're going to be owning like Padron or something.
I mean, the dream job, if it ever became available, would be Padron.
What you're saying that is probably going to happen.
It'll never happen. Padron will never have sales reps. They're the only company that doesn't have a sales, and they don't need it. Because, I mean, you'd literally just be an order taker. I mean, everybody wants Padron.
Yeah.
Right?
I want Padron.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so damn hard to get it.
It is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that you're going to get what you want.
Yeah. Speaking of like Padron, right? So Davidoff has a lot of great luxury cigars, and so does, you got a good lineup. What do you, out of your profile of what you guys sell, what is your favorite cigar?
Oh man. Oh boy. I know.
Give me top 3. So
okay.
You don't have to give me just one.
Well, okay. And I will say this, and I again, I'm very humble and very blessed to be able to do it. But I smoke a Davidoff Anniversario No. 3 Tubo almost every day. Like that's my.
Yeah, you're spoiled.
I am. I'm so spoiled. Absolutely, I know it. So if I had to pick one cigar in our lineup that I would have to say is my number one, that's easily number one for me. The Annie 3 Tubo. I smoke a lot of the Escurio in our Black Band or our Discovery series, the Escurio Corona Gordo. Like, that cigar is so good. We use a lot of Brazilian tobacco in it, and that Corona Gordo size is I'm a huge Corona guy. Small ring gauge is so flavorful.
I'm starting to be like that too. Like just a small ring gauge, like Corona side. Cause I love Lancero, but hardly anyone does it because it's so hard to make and no one buys it.
Right.
But then like the next best thing is like a Corona Gordo.
So Escurio, Corona Gordo. And then I'm kind of like, right now I'm kind of going back and forth between 3. And I know that sounds weird, but we just launched the Dominican or the Puro Dominicano, which is an all Dominican Puro. And the Perfecto in that is so tasty. It's so good. And then I love the Millennium. Our Millennium blend in our White Band series, it's the strongest in the blend, but it's so complex and it's not overpowering, but I mean, it's so good. And then Colorado Claro. So those 3 right now.
Colorado Claro is pretty good. Yeah.
And I, again, very humble.
Yeah.
I just ordered in a box of the special tea. So like our Torpedo, and I've been smoking on those like for the last couple of weeks, and it's like, man, like such a flavor bomb. So yeah, I would say 100% for sure. Number 1 Anniversary or number 3 Tubo.
Yeah,
for sure. Again, I try to smoke one almost every day.
Yeah.
That's how I start my day.
Damn good cigars.
They are.
Yeah.
But I don't take away from everything else we have.
Well, yeah, you guys got a lot of good stuff too.
Right. So I start with my Davidoff and then I'll go transition, Avo, Camacho.
Yeah, we're smoking an Avo
Expressivo.
Right. Yeah, because this just came out not too long ago, right?
June. Yeah, the end of June.
Yep. And this is a damn good stick.
Yeah. So a couple things about this that are very unique for Avo. Avo is always been a Dominican cigar. In fact, it's made in the same compound, our Davidoff compound, if you want to call it, down in the DR, but it's made literally in the factory across the street from the Davidoff factory.
Yeah.
Right. It's made in the OK Cigar Company, right?
Okay, cigar.
Yes, it literally says OK Cigars on the building, and it stands for Ottinger Keltner Cigars, right? But it literally says OK Cigars. It's actually really funny.
Yeah,
but,
especially being right next to Davidoff.
Right.
Davidoff and then
OK Cigars,
yeah.
right. But this one here, the Expresivo, is actually made at our Camacho factory in Donley, Honduras. So it's the first Avo not made in the DR. So kind of a first for that, right? And then we don't actually use any Dominican tobacco in this, right? So we have an Ecuadorian wrapper, Honduran binder, and Nicaraguan and Honduran in the filler, right? So a lot of differences for Avo. I think it's the most complex Avo that we've ever done, or I take not ever, but the most complex Avo on the market today. Let me put it that way. I get some leathery notes, a little bit of pepper notes, some woodsy notes. But it's good. And the Churchill size for me, I think, is the best overall profile. It's a true 748 Churchill. So I'm smoking these on the regular now. We have our new Zeno Honduran, also made at the Camacho factory in Donley. Fantastic cigar. I mean, so we've got a lot of other really good cigars. I mean, our Camacho lineup is so strong. We've got something for everybody between the Connecticut. You got our very, very popular triple Maduro. Yeah. You want something strong and heavy, our triple
those
Maduro.
Sell very well here. Yeah.
So we've got such a great lineup.
So do you have anything coming out that you want to tell people that's like?
So we actually just hit fresh off the press this morning.
Fresh off the press.
Yeah. So we got our new Camacho LE 2026 coming out.
I saw that. Yeah.
So it's different than last year's 25 LE. This year, we have a master blender down at the Camacho factory. It's not common, but it's a female, right? And she's one of our master blenders. And she took this project on. So this is her blend. She chose the size. It's kind of I don't want to say a perfecto, but it kind of is a perfecto, but it doesn't have your traditional perfecto pointed ends. Yeah. But it starts at like a 48 ring gauge and it gets out to about like a 54 in the middle and kind of goes back. So it's kind of a perfecto, but not really, kind of esque. But she chose the size, like the blend, everything. So I'm really excited. I haven't got to smoke it yet. Looking forward to doing that, but I can only imagine, if it's anything like 25 LE, very solid, but it's going to be that traditional Camacho. It's going to have some strength. Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. I'm definitely going to get some.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Let me know before we go.
Right.
So going back to, cigars and the cigar community. So how long have you been smoking cigars for?
24 years.
24 years.
I started smoking cigars when I was in the Marine Corps. 2002 in 29 Palms, California. So I started working as a bartender on nights and weekends when I was stationed in California at a really small hole-in-the-wall beer and wine only bar. I don't drink beer. I don't drink wine, but all my friends did, and that's where they hung out. And so the owner of the bar was like, do you want to work here? I don't have to ever worry about you being drunk behind the bar.
You have to steal. You're not going to steal anything or nothing. Yeah.
Right? Like, I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we had a retired Marine that would come in. You could literally set your watch by the time Tony came in every day, 7 days a week. He came in, he brought in 2 cigars, and he smoked 2 cigars, and he drank 4 beers in that time period. And one day I said, Tony, you come in with the same cigars and you do the same thing. What are you smoking? And that's when he told me the Ashton number 40 Maduro. And he's like, have you ever had it? And I was like, I've never smoked a cigar in my life. He's like, oh, it's the best cigar you'll ever have. So he showed me how to cut a cigar. He showed me how to light a cigar.
So you started off with that cigar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you think about it, 2002, I'm in California. We're smoking and drinking in bars. So that kind of takes you back. Yeah. Kind of takes you back a little bit. So 2002, started smoking, and the Ashton Maduro number 40 was my first premium cigar.
You started off with the heavy hitter.
I didn't know. Yeah. You didn't know any better.
My first cigar was a Rocky Patel. and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember I got it after I graduated the police academy. And like I started my career.
What year?
I started my career in 2008, but I didn't get to the police academy because sheriff's office did things a little bit different, but they fixed it now. So I didn't go to the police academy until 2012.
Okay.
So I graduated, and I was like, I want to smoke my first cigar. I got a Rocky Patel, and I don't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, this isn't bad. I knew like the rules, like, right? You cut it, you light it, you don't inhale, right? So I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm not inhaling. I'm like scared to death. Everyone's like, do not inhale that cigar. You will throw up. Right. So I'm just like.
and you still see it today on New Smokers.
Yeah, I know. Funny. And so I kind of got, the hang of it because I bought two. And I remember smoking that one, and then I smoked the second one the second day. And I was like, that's not bad. And then I went to get a Liga Privada number 9. Can never forget this. And I'm thinking, because I go back, I like my bourbon strong, and I like, I like high proof bourbons. I was like, I'm going to like a high proof or a really strong cigar, right? Why not? Yeah. I can handle it. And I remember I got it. And I remember I sat down, I smoked it, and boy, oh boy, did I go for a damn roller coaster.
Yes.
Ride. I was high as all could be. I was like, I didn't feel good. I was like, oh, this is a little too strong for me for my third cigar ever.
Yeah.
And so, of course, then I went to the acids, and then I did that for like probably maybe like 3 or 4 months. And I was like, I can't I don't really like sweet things to begin with. And I was like, I don't like my cigars to be sweet. So then I kind of, went from that to like a mild to medium. And then now it's literally everything.
Yeah.
So yeah. I literally can smoke everything. I can maybe smoke. I think I smoke maybe one sweet cigar like every like 3 months. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, let me see if I can like this again.
Right.
Like, I still don't do them.
So going back to that, like you talking about that sweet cigar. So we also have Baccarat, right? Mm-hmm. I truly cannot tell you the last time I smoked a Baccarat. Okay. I did a ladies event at a shop at one of my accounts earlier this year, and we featured Baccarat and a Davidoff. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to smoke the Baccarat with these ladies, right? Because I'm telling them about it. It's sugar cap. It's one of the original sweet tipped, mild Dominican, smooth, creamy. With all it is just sugar in the pectin, right? So there's no flavoring. It's just sweet.
Yep.
And cut it, lit it, and I was like, you know what? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, you know what? After like 10, 15 minutes, all the sugar is gone, and all you're left with is just a, mild, smooth cigar, right? And so I never went through the acid phase.
Yeah.
Nothing against him.
Yeah.
Like if that's your cup of tea, great.
Yeah, no, and I don't shame anyone that smokes it.
No, not
glad
at all.
you're buying. I'm glad you're in the culture. I'm glad
1,000%.
Buy what you like.
Right. 1,000%.
What's funny is that, so when I do events and then like outdoor events and like, do I kind of like, if it's slow or if it's like, if I'm trying to draw people in, I'll smoke a sweet cigar. Mm-hmm. Because you can smell that from like miles away. They're like, oh, what is that? Like, oh, someone's smoking a cigar. And it works every time. Like, all right, they smell it. Come on in.
Yep. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
What are you smoking?
Yeah. No, I get it for sure.
So going from your, how you smoke cigar or when you started smoking cigars, what's been your favorite cigar moment in your 24 years of smoking?
Oh man, I don't know. God, Mike,
You can give me a couple. Let me see your lighter while you're thinking. This nice, very nice lighter. It's a DuPont lighter.
ST DuPont.
ST DuPont.
Well, I would say probably the most recent would be like the births of my grandkids, right? So I know I look fantastic for having grandkids.
Yeah, you have grandkids?
I do.
You only look 32.
Oh, yeah. No, but like I again, very humble, very blessed. Got to smoke some Davidoff Royals for their births, which is fantastic. Honestly, I would say probably like the most, and this is the most memorable cigar moment, was when I was running the shop in Omaha. The owner, Chaz Klein, wanted to do like a private label, right? Mm-hmm. So it was Casa Fernandez at the time, which is now, what is it now? Can't even think of what they are now.
Casa Fernandez. Was it Casa Cuevas?
No. It's not Casa anything now. It was Casa Fernandez. It'll come to me. Anyway. Yeah. So we went down to the factory in Nicaragua, and they had at the time their master blender, Arsenio Ramos, an old school Cuban guy. In fact, he came from Cuba with Pepin back in the day, came over to Nicaragua, and just one of the sweetest old men you'd ever meet in your life in the industry, and just did everything so old school. But we worked with him and the team at Casa Fernandez, and we blended a cigar, and we hadn't come up with a name yet, right? So the first day we get there, we go through the fields, we go through like the factory, and we see all like the separating, the fermentation and the aging and the boxing. We saw the whole process, smoked like 3 or 4 test blends that day, came back bright and early the next morning, 8 a.m., boom, we're in the tasting room, we're going through blends. And granted, you don't smoke the whole cigar, but you're smoking, inch, 2 inch, whatever. If you kind of trying to see if you like it, went through like 19 different blends that day.
Holy moly!
By the end of the day, your palate's kind of shot, right? But we kind of also thought that if we found a cigar on a burnout palate that we really liked, it's probably going to be pretty decent on a fresh palate. So we landed on like 2 different blends. We came back the next day on fresh palates and smoked both. We landed on the cigar. So now it's time to come up with the name. Okay. Now this was 2013. AI was not even a thing, right?
Yeah. You're going to have to use your brain.
The closest thing you're going to get is Google Translate. Okay. So we land on the blend. Chaz and I walk outside, and at Casa Fernandez, there's these steps that you go down. It's like concrete steps, about 5 or 6 steps. And then you look right into the factory. And so we're sitting on the steps, smoking this, talking about what we like and different names. And I get on Google Translate and I put in first, like just the word first. And I'm looking at all the other like names in Spanish. And the very last one was entrada, means entrance. And so I was like, Chaz, what do you think about entrada? And he was like, I like it. So we're sitting there, we're smoking, and I turned to him, I was like, hey, Chaz, what are you smoking on? And he was like, oh, this new entrada. And I was like, it kind of works. So like it just rolls off the tongue. And so we landed on entrada, and it was such an amazing experience going to the fields, to the factory, doing the whole process. Because by this point, I'm only in the industry 3 years, and I'm in Nicaragua blending a cigar.
Yeah, that's
like,
huge.
It was amazing. Yeah. And so that's one moment that will always stick with me is landing on a blend that I helped make and I helped name and I, have so much love for. And that's an experience that I'll never forget. It was really, really cool.
I've got a lot just from being here, but like most of them are like, cause one of them's with you and it was funny cause this happened in like a 2-day span where I got to spend like 2 great days. It was like before the Diebels Cigar Fest. It was you and then like 2 other guys. One other, I forgot who they were.
So it was the night after Diebels was over.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
And just sitting and just talking cigars and just bullshitting and having fun. Yeah. Like that night. And then the night before Diebels, there was like 6 or 7 cigar reps and Jack Toronto and everyone, they were all in the middle here. And I was just bullshit with them. I was like, this is like, you just like, you're into cigars when you get into it, you kind of start learning about the people behind it and stuff. And then I'm like, now I'm smoking cigars with them. Yeah. And like when Eric Espinoza came in here and we just bullshit for 3 hours and just like shit like that. I'm just like, this is some of the coolest things I think I'd ever experienced.
In this industry, like you get those, let's call them either, owners or personalities, right? Like they're just like us, but they have such a huge passion for it, right? And you can tell when you talk to any like cigar owner or a brand ambassador or whatever, you can tell that their passion is on a whole new level.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's not a job to them. You know what I mean? It's a true passion and you can tell, and it's just fun. You learn, share stories, you laugh. Like it's the best.
Yeah. And then I think my number one was when I finally signed the paperwork to get this building, right? And it was I want to say it was in like December, like middle of December, and it was cold as balls. There was and for you guys that didn't know, there was no AC in here.
Oh man.
Like we had to put it in here, but there was no AC in here. So it was me and like 4 or 5 other people. And we came in here one night and I was like, I want you guys to see this. It was empty and it was just a cold, empty building. And I was like, I'm bringing a space heater and we're bringing some chairs and we're going to smoke the first cigar that's been smoked in here. And we sat in this back corner over here and it was probably 40 degrees in here. We were cold as shit. And I was like, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will never forget this. Like, it was like, you know, I didn't know what was going to come and I didn't know, you know, what to expect, but I was like, I took a leap of faith in doing something that I've always wanted to do. And then I was like, I kind of get to celebrate it a little early. Yeah. And that was like a moment that sticks out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've watched a lot of your podcasts and I know it's been said, but I'm going to say it. I can't tell you how thankful and proud that I am of you for what you've done.
Well, thank you, man.
I mean, you've truly built a great place for the cigar culture. But on top of that, like just a place for people to come, right? I've been to a couple of your, like, you know, your get-togethers, like I've been to a bunch of your events, but like your networking stuff that you guys, you know, and I've met some great people doing that. But I think the biggest thing that I love about this place is how welcoming my wife feels here, right? Like anybody listening, anybody watching, if you've never been here and your wife smokes, even if she doesn't smoke, but you guys need a place to go. I look at all the cameras right now. Like this is the place.
Thank you, man.
Cause I know I've been out of town for work.
Yeah.
And my wife has come down for events.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? She's been here. Yeah. She's like, hey, it's just going to be me. Yeah.
And the thing is, I know that she's safe, right? Everybody's going to watch her, right? She smokes cigars, which I'm so thankful for, right? But we look forward, and I was just telling you, we're coming tomorrow night for date night, right? Yeah. Like this is our date night spot. Yeah. Like we look so forward to our nights coming here. So
that's like one of the biggest compliments that I love hearing from like cigar reps and cigar people in the industry. It's like you like to come here to relax.
Yeah.
Like that, like, I don't think a lot of people don't understand that, but to me, that's a big thing. Like you guys want to spend your time.
I hang out in cigar shops all week long.
Yeah. And you want to come here to relax. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like we have great shops in KC. I'm not going to take anything away from any other shop in KC, but this is where my wife and I come when we want to relax. Right. And coming from a cigar rep, like I said, that I spend all week in cigar shops, 9 times out of 10, that's the last thing I want to do is go hang out in another cigar shop. But when we come here, it doesn't feel like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. So I can never tell you thank you enough.
Well, thanks, man,
for that. Again, we're coming tomorrow night. But it's just our place when we go to have date night.
Yeah. We even save your seats.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, we're sitting in our seats.
Yeah, I know.
We pulled them over. These are Rusty and Colleen's seats.
Yeah. So don't even think about
Don't think about it. Yeah. They're along the back wall.
Yeah. I need to just put up a little plaque.
McAulay corner.
Yeah. The McAulay. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. McAulay corner.
Oh man. I'll get the plaque made.
Yeah. So we've been talking about cigars this whole time. I didn't even get to mention yet the strongman competition stuff that you do. Yeah. If people have not noticed, this guy is a little bigger than normal. And I'm not talking about fat wise. And so you've been doing strongman competitions for how long now?
So I competed the first time in 2019.
So that's not too long ago.
Late in life. I was 36 when I started.
Yeah.
A lot later than most people do. Right.
So what made you even think of that?
Okay, so
I go to the gym all the time, but I never think about, you know what I want to do? I want to lift some boulders and pull some cars. And
so to be honest with you, Netflix had a documentary about a strongman. His name's Eddie Hall.
Yep,
A lot of people probably heard of Eddie Hall, right? But they did a documentary about Eddie Hall in like 2018-ish, right? And it was all about how his whole goal in life was to be world's strongest man. And he worked as a diesel mechanic for 10 hours a day, went to the gym for 2 hours before he started to work, went to the gym 2 hours after work, sacrificed so much to accomplish his dream, right? And he ended up winning World's Strongest Man in 2017. And that, at the time, like, I had hair, right? I actually did have hair, I promise you. But at one point in my life, I had a mohawk, right?
I can see that.
I did.
Yeah.
I had a mohawk. I used to dye it jet black, and my beard I would dye jet black too, right? But Eddie had a mohawk, bigger dude, had a beard, and I was like, kind of looks like me,
that's
right?
me. Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. I've always been a bigger dude, right? And I grew up watching those on ESPN and stuff, and I always thought it was really cool. And then I watched this documentary about this guy striving to fulfill his dream, and I was like, I think I want to try that. So I just started to research, strongman competitions in Kansas City, and I found one. I was like, I'm going to do it. I had no access to any equipment. I was just at the gym working out, just like a standard commercial gym. I had no access to any equipment. I go to my first competition, and I go in to weigh in the night before.
Yeah.
And I say to the guy hosting the comp, I said, hey, can you show me how to do a log press? And he looks at me like, what? I was like, I've never touched one. He's like, sure. So we go back into the area, and he shows me how to clean and press a log. And I was like, okay. Now, mind you, the weight the next day was like 200 pounds, right? And I had never touched it before in my life. And so next day rolls around. I compete. I had so much fun. I learned how close the strongman community is. You and I might be competing against each other, but we're both our biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to beat you, I want to beat you at your best, right? So we're cheering everybody on, and we had like a log press. There was a deadlift event. There was a sandbag carry. I'd never touched a 200-pound sandbag in my life.
Jesus.
Right? Picking up 200-pound sandbag, running like 30 feet with it, and it was...
You just jumped into it.
I had never touched a sandbag. I had never deadlifted on an axle bar, which is a 2-inch bar. I had never done a circus dumbbell press. None of it. Literally, the first time touching all the equipment was at the comp.
Yeah.
And I remember, and look, I'm not afraid to say it, I got done with that competition, and Colleen and I are driving home. I was exhausted, so she's driving. We're not out of the parking lot of the gym 2 minutes, and I just bawl. I mean, I'm just tears rolling. I had so much emotion built into this. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm in love. Like I found what I want to do. And I'm a type of guy that when I do something, I'm all in.
That's exactly how I am.
I am all in. So that was like November of 2019. We all know what happened February, March 2020, right? So my gym shut down, obviously. We get all this COVID money. I go balls to the wall buying equipment. My garage is a gym now, right? And I just start piling on equipment. I'm learning. I'm watching videos, studying technique. So October of 2020 comes around. Things are loosening up. There's a competition out in Salina, Kansas. I go out to it, competing, and I meet a guy who's from Shawnee, right? We're only a year difference, so about the same age. He'd only been doing strongman about 3 months before me, so we're about the same place. And it was just like in the movie Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Yep. We started training together like December of 2020, and he has become one of my best friends, training partners. I go back and look at those videos when we first started training. We were so weak compared to what we are now. Our technique was horrible. We've pushed each other, and it's just been this huge love and passion that I've had now for, going on 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's, I love it. And it fits me. I'm like you said, I'm a big guy. I mean, I fill out the damn chair, right? So yeah, it's been that. And I've won multiple, I was Nebraska strongest man over 40 for 2 years in a row.
No shit.
I hold, I think 3 out of 4 powerlifting records for the state of Kansas, over 40 years old.
So you are truly the strongest cigar rep in the country.
I mean, I put it out there.
I don't think anyone is going to.
The challenge is open.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to.
I'll throw that out there. The challenge is open.
Yeah,
anybody
wants taking that title from
anybody
you.
wants the Instagram handle strongest cigar rep, I'm glad to. Let's do it.
Let's go in the gym and let's figure this out.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah, there's a 500-pound boulder. Pick that up.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
But then you actually you started your own competition.
Did.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So this is 4 years. It's next weekend. I don't know when this is going to air. So
it's going to air next Tuesday.
Okay. So it's this weekend. It's airing next Tuesday, August 29th. It's called State Line Strongest. It's in Olathe at home field. This is my 4th year, and this is my biggest year. I have 99 athletes signed up.
It sounds like it gets bigger I remember when you first started it. So
Man, year one, I set such a high bar year one. I had 92 athletes sign up. 86 actually showed up that day. Was amazing. I was blown away by the whole thing. Come back year 2. That's a pretty high bar for your first time. And that was the biggest competition, strongman competition Kansas City has ever seen in the 20 plus years competitions have been held in KC. So year 2, I get 94 people to sign up, 90 athletes show up. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? Year 3, last year, I don't know what was going on. The world's crazy. The market was horrible. Your money didn't go as far. I only had 46 people sign up. 42 showed up. So I was like, man, kind of a gut punch. So I didn't know what to expect this year. So put it out there. Registrations start going kind of slow. Like July 14th, my registration ended July 31st. July 14th, I was sitting at 54 athletes. I said to the wife, I said, you know what? If I hit 60, I said, I'll be happy. That'll be a good competition. 60 athletes for 5 events is a really good competition. Well, it's like, I don't even know what happened because I had 15 guys sign up one day. The next day I had like another 12 guys.
Oh, and the last minute.
It just
That's
snowballed.
Yeah.
Right. I'm at 99 and I capped myself at 100. So I'm almost sold out. Right. So it's going to be the biggest one yet.
Yeah. You probably have like 95 show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be because there's always a couple that just don't show up. But I'm so blessed to have the support in the strongman community. This past year, I became the Kansas state rep for the organization in which we compete in, United States Strongman. I'm the Kansas rep. So this year it's actually the Kansas strongest competition.
Yeah.
So we're going to crown the Kansas strongest athletes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So very excited. So I kind of started doing it because as I'm getting older, injuries happen, and it's like, I love this sport so much, but I don't know how much I can compete, how long I can do it. And so I was like, this will be my way to really stay involved and make my mark on something. So yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. I'm stretched thin right now as far as like getting stuff done and ready. Cause there's so much logistics that go into it. Cause we have to take all the weight from my house, all the equipment from my house, load it into the event space in Olathe.
I was just going to ask, like, where do you store all this stuff?
Dude, I don't have a garage.
Yeah.
I don't have a garage. I bought a 12 by 14 shed that's full of equipment. I've got all the Atlas stones. I've got 12 Atlas stones ranging from 80 pounds to 440 pounds in my side yard. I've got tractor tires, truck tires.
So how do you even move that?
You roll them. You roll them until you have to pick them up.
Golly, so you're getting to work out even without even asking for it.
I've got sandbags. I've got 2 sandbags at every weight from almost every weight from like 80 pounds to 300 pounds.
Oh my Lord.
So I've got like 2 at 300, 2 at 270. I couldn't even,
I'm just like picturing like, all right, I have to buy all this stuff, right?
Yes.
Then like, how in the world does it ship here? And then I got to pay the shipping costs because it's heavy as shit.
Yes.
And then, oh my God.
So 2 years ago when I had a big sandbag event, I needed all these sandbags. So I bought all the sandbags from a company called Cerberus. They all show up. Well, now you got to fill them.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know how many bags of sand it takes to fill all those? You're not buying bags of sand from Home Depot.
No.
I literally called a company and I had
dump some sand.
I had a ton. So 2,000 pounds of sand dumped in my driveway.
Happy about that.
I had a mound pile of sand in my driveway. And now I'm like, sweet, there's my sand. Now you got to fill all the sandbags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you got to pick them up and put them on the scale to weigh them. So you're filling sandbags, pick it up, put it on the scale. Nope. Got to add 30 pounds, take it off, fill, put it back on. Oh, you know,
yeah. Oh,
all the way up.
Oh,
so yeah. I use every ounce of that sand. I needed more, but I was at a point now that I only needed like 400 more pounds. So I was able just to go buy like 50-pound bags and fill. So I literally had over a ton of sand to fill these sandbags alone.
What? That's crazy. And they're just, you got to lift them all and bring them all next week. And don't call me.
No,
don't call me.
So I was
you
actually
got some friends.
No, I was actually smart. I actually just bought a truck to use for moving the equipment, and it's got a Tommy gate, one of the lift gates on the back.
Okay, that's smart.
So I'm getting older.
Yeah,
prove myself. I'm getting smarter too. So
what's your favorite event that you like to do?
Log press.
Yes,
I'm an overhead press guy. So I will truly say this. I did a competition last year, Nebraska Strongest Man last year was the first overhead press event in, at this point, 6 years that I had ever been beat at. So I'm an overhead press guy. So I've got strong shoulders, strong upper back. It helps that I've got T-Rex arms, right? So the overhead press of any kind, but especially the log, it's my favorite. So
how much can you do? What's your PR?
The best in my gym training was 350.
Golly.
So Kansas Strongest Man last year, I strict press, so no leg drive, just straight upper body strength. I strict pressed a 320 log.
That has got to be just fucking your back up.
You're
just like, I don't care.
I don't care. You think about that later.
Yeah.
In the moment, you're just full of adrenaline and smelling salts.
Oh, those smelling salts are no joke.
Oh, it'll melt your face.
So we did, this is years ago. They do it in, I think it's in Shawnee or Lenexa. They do, they bring out the Bearcats, what they call it. It's like the big SWAT tank, like that they have. And they do a competition of like, how quick can you move it? Like they put a rope on it and then they're like, just like get, a team of 6 or 7, I forgot how many people are a team. And like, how quick can you move it from point A to point B? And boy, oh boy.
Nobody called me?
Well, this was before I knew you.
Oh, man.
Well, now I'm like, now I got like a cheat code over here.
Do they have a public team we can try this?
I don't know. You're going to make all the law enforcement people look stupid.
Hook me up.
Yeah.
Hook me up to a pole
But
harness.
I remember I did smelling salts that day, and I was like, dear Jesus, mother of Lord, it wakes you up immediately.
My wife thinks I'm going to
like painful. Like,
my wife thinks I'm going to cause brain damage, but I don't know.
You're like, worry about that later.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so that you should do that at one of your events. Just call out one of the SWAT teams and say, hey, being a Bearcat, and then just pull that motherfucker. That thing is heavy.
When are we doing an event?
We can do it out here.
Let's do it.
You know what? We're talking about it, but that's not hard to get the Bearcat out here, and we just block off the street and just.
Dude, do you see this?
We can. Oh, this could happen.
Let's do it.
On this date, we talked about it.
Yes.
I'm serious. This definitely could happen.
Oh,
okay.
I'm in.
Okay, we're in. Okay.
So going back, I got to say this. Cigars, State Line Strongest. I work for a company that is willing to take chances and do crazy things. I know it doesn't sound it come from the Davidoff side because this is the Camacho side. Camacho actually sponsors my competition this year, right? So Camacho is the main sponsor for my competition this year. So talking about that, transitioning, we do a Camacho event, pulling the Bearcat.
Yeah. A little cut and light too.
Cut and light.
Yeah.
Pull the Bearcat.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Whoever wins gets a couple boxes of cigars or whatever.
I will 1,000% boxes, not sticks, boxes. Okay. I will put boxes on the line.
We can do this probably in a couple of months when it gets nicer out too. Oh, we could do this.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm so
We'll
in.
talk logistics.
I have the harnesses. I've got the toe strap. Like, we're in. Let's do it.
Yeah. And I can bring the Bearcat and the SWAT team and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
How many SWAT guys against me?
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, all right, 3 strongmen versus like whatever because I remember doing that, and no joke, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I was like, because I thought I was strong, and I'm just pulling this thing, and it was like me and like 6 other people. I was like, there's no fucking way. It's barely moving. And I'm just like, I don't know how they're doing it. Like moving a damn bus on TV. Yeah. Kudos to you guys.
I sponsor a female athlete out of Wichita. Her name's Jill Cumberland. She weighs 135 pounds, right? Like, she's one of the strongest pound for pound people I've ever met in my life. Mm-hmm. She competed at a competition down in Louisiana 3 weeks ago. She pulled a fire truck, a legit fire truck, by herself, 50 feet in under a minute.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Like, again, she weighs like 135 pounds, pulls a legit fire truck, 50 feet in under a minute.
Because I learned, like, the hardest thing is to get it moving, right? Yep. And then once you get it moving, then you got to keep the momentum. Then you got to keep moving.
That's where cardio comes in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I learned because I was beat after because we had to do it, I think, 3 times.
Oof.
And it's like, who's the best time? And I was just, after the first one, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I've
had as much fun as I can have.
Yeah. It's like that thing, it took us like a minute to move it 50 feet. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. That was a team of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. So I did a tractor pull in Nebraska a couple of years ago, and it was legit like old school John Deere tractor, like a big old tractor. And the biggest thing about pulling a tractor compared to like a truck or something like that is the transmission. Now, you think about this. You're driving down the road, you put your car in neutral, you're going to continue to roll because it's got like a free floating transmission. Mm-hmm. Tractors don't have that. The way that they're set up, you let off the throttle on a tractor and it automatically slows you down. Right. So it's harder because you have to, once you break it, if there's any slack in the rope,
it would just start stopping.
You have to restart it again. And it was awesome. Like, I mean, I smoked that event. That's a good one for me because mass moves mass. So my size helps. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Golly. So what do you plan on, like, where do you see yourself in like the next 10 years? I know you're like
strength world.
You're anywhere. You're still going to be smoking cigars and you're probably still going to be dealing with all the competition. But like, I guess, where do you want to be at in 10 years?
Well, if everything is in my world great and perfect, I'm still with Davidoff. You know, I don't want to leave this company. I love this company. I'm still going to be involved in the strength sport of strongman. To what capacity do I compete anymore? We'll see, but I still will put on this competition as long as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I do it because I want to stay involved. I'm not competing this year. As of right now, my training partners are trying to push me to compete in November. There's a competition in Lee Summit that would really suit my strengths. But we'll see. But outside of that, I'll get back to competing next year. And I think 2 competitions a year is probably good for my body. Do one early, get time to recover, train, do again one in the fall. So I think I want to do this as long as possible.
Yeah.
Definitely cigars. I don't plan on leaving. I have no desire to leave the industry in any capacity. If for some reason I'm not at Davidoff, I hope that you're looking for a full-time employee to
come work anytime you want.
Yeah. I mean, I truly couldn't be out of this industry. Yeah. I can't. So it's just been in my life for so long, you know, now when you really look back, like 2010 to 2016, take 2 years out. So 14 years I've been in the industry. I can't leave.
Yeah. And I'm kind of the same way. It's like, I will always be in the industry somehow, some way.
Right.
Like Like, and I was a cop for 15 years, and like I met some of the best people in the world. But it's like being in the cigar community and culture, it was like that elevated it. Like,
Yes.
I thought I met great people, but like being in this like community, it's like it is. I get to meet great people every single day. Every day.
From every walk of life.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've said this for years now. And I mean, I grew up, I mean, I'm older, mid 40s, but I grew up in a small town where you still had the barbershop, right? My dad would still go get his haircut Saturday mornings, and the barbershop was in the basement of a building in my downtown hometown. And you go down there and there's old Joe over there in the corner smoking a cigarette, and, you know, Larry over here sitting in the chair, falling asleep, reading the newspaper. And, you know, it's that barbershop that people grew up.
Yeah.
Right. I truly feel that cigar lounges now are this generation's barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
We come in here, you meet people from every walk of life that now become some of your best friends, right? It's your networking, right? You need anything. You need an HVAC
You
guy.
can find
You know
anybody,
him, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could literally ask you like, hey, do you got a good mechanic? And you'd be like, yeah, I'll get you his number. We're done.
Yeah.
Because you get everybody, right? But it's the melting pot of everybody that comes into your shop that, look, not to get political or religious or anything else, but when you step foot through the door, that stuff stops.
That stops. Yeah. I always tell people, like, if you want to solve a problem, just put a cigar in your hand.
1,000%.
And then just sit and talk, and I guarantee you'll figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah. All that stuff stops when you walk through the door, right? Like, I guarantee that I don't agree politically with everybody that you have as a customer, right? But every time I come in, I'm saying hi and shaking their hand and giving people hugs, and because we're here for one thing. It's this.
It's all, this is the equalizer right here.
This is it. So I really do. I look at it at the lounges as this is my generation's barbershop. And I love that. I love that camaraderie. I love that that community that it really has.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's what I was afraid when I left the sheriff's office. I was like, I want to miss the camaraderie with all the, you know, all the people there, the brotherhood of being a cop and those yada yada. Oh, I just jumped into another great one.
Totally different.
Oh, this is almost even better to me.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, one, I don't have to arrest people. I don't have to shoot anybody. No one shoot at me. I can just smoke a cigar or drink some good bourbon or wine and relax and have a good conversation with people. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take this any day.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, going back to kind of recap all of me, like, the cigar industry has given me so much that I'm so thankful for. And I met my wife in a cigar shop, you know? So my wife worked at Outlaw when they first opened the South store, and I was a customer, right? So she was working. I was a customer. I didn't really interact with her a lot because she was more working during the day. I came in more at night, but I would see her at parties and who's that, you know, hot blonde and, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, we started dating in November of 2010, you know, and the fact that I have a wife that smokes cigars, that she doesn't care when I come home smelling like a cigar, she loves it. You know, I mean, I'm allowed to smoke in my house.
And you guys can do date nights here.
Date nights.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I have a smoking office in my house. Like, you know how many guys would kill for that their wives let them
I would. I own a cigar lounge. I can't smoke at home.
Well, this is your office.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the greatest thing. Like, I love it. It's something that we do together. We love together. So out of everything that the cigar industry has given me, it's given me my wife. And that's the best thing I can ever say is guys out there, if you're listening, gals, smoke cigars together. It's a great thing for the marriage.
Yeah. Guys having problems, just put a cigar in.
Put a cigar in them out. Yeah, that's fine. Just smoke this. I'm not going to say it'll keep her quiet for an hour, but
you'll solve all your problems.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to fight when you're smoking.
Pay me later for my therapy.
You're welcome.
Therapy costs.
I'm not licensed, so don't hold me to it.
You're a licensed cigar dealer.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, the cigar industry is the best thing I don't want to say the best thing I've been involved with. My time in the service was amazing, but it's given me the most joy and opportunity as far as growth as a man and as a person. This industry's given me that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that this is the best industry that I've been a part of. And I love being in, public safety and being a cop. Absolutely loved it. But this is like, oh, this is it for me. Like, I think I found it. Like, for me, like, this is it. Like,
yeah.
I know I'm biased, but I think I have some of the best members and customers that come in here that any lounge I would take up. Like, I have some of the best people that walk through the stores and just kind of smoke here and call this place home.
You have amazing.
I love the people that come in here.
Amazing people. Again, I walk in here and seeing some of your customers and your members. As soon as we see each other, it's hugs and high fives. I told
George, I was like, hey, I'm having Rusty on. He's like, oh, small guy?
Little guy?
You're the only one that probably could call him that.
George is the only man I'll let call me little guy.
Little guy. That's what it is, little guy. Yeah. I was like, he's like 4 times the size of you, George, but all right, man.
But I love it. I walk in and I see George and I instantly just have a smile on my face.
Yeah.
He's just such a good human. You know, and the funny thing is, you know, like I've met Kango, right? Kango.
Yeah. That's like, we call him my sergeant at arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, meeting this guy, he's the best. Right. And it's one of those things that outside of this shop, I'd seen him at Outlaw, never really talked to him, you know, kind of kept to myself when I was there with some friends, whatever. I would never interact with him outside of this place. And now if I saw him on the street, I would probably stop my car, pull over, give him the biggest hug in the world. Right. And get back in my car and go on the
Same
way.
thing. If I ever saw him before this place, if I ever saw him out, I probably wouldn't say more than one word to him. Like, hey, what's up? Now I'm like, if I see Kango, like, you better stop and talk to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, Rusty, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Like, I'm so happy finally schedules figured this out.
Yeah, you're a traveling man.
I'm a traveling man.
Yeah.
Gotta get out there and make the money.
Yeah, hey, I don't blame you.
I have an expensive wife to take care of.
I have one of those too.
Yes. Princess requires a lot.
Yep.
But it's totally worth it. I would do it all day, every day.
Yes.
To keep her happy. So that's everything.
Well, appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you, buddy.
And we're going to talk about this event after this.
Oh man, I'm so you don't even know how excited I am.
We're going to figure this out.
You guys better stay tuned because we were live stream this. We're going to do something.
This is big. Yeah, I can see it now. All right, we got to talk about it. All right. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strawberry Hill Podcast. And if you're looking for a great cigar, you got Davidoff, Camacho, Avo. What am I missing? Zeno and
Ferio-Tego.
I always mess the name up.
Ferio-Tego.
We carry all those brands except Davidoff. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there. But we carry those. So if you're looking for a great cigar, hit me up, hit Rusty up. We'll get you taken care of, and we will see you guys next week. Out.